Okay, so I'm gonna grab my weights and we're gonna start standing. And I'm just going to shift my jungle in here. I had to like stop myself from buying more plants because I literally don't have any more space for them. But I love them. Okay, here's one of my fives. Let me just grab my other one. Okay. All right, loves, come on up to stand. Here we go. I've got my fives. Weights are completely optional. This is just I'm gonna use these for a little bit of a stretch and for a leg warm up. You can feel free to up your weights or put them on the floor whenever you want, okay? So I'm just gonna keep my arms long and move my head from side to side. I really love the idea of maintaining lots of wonderful mobility in my neck for many, many years. Though I am a young human, I have lots of neck stuff, and I guess it doesn't matter how old you are, but whiplash really can be a long recovery. So this kind of stuff, just like gentle stretches every single day, in my opinion. And let's also look from one side to the other. And as you look from one side to the other, use your eyes. Our eyes kind of tell our nervous system, hey, I need to see over there. So breathe and look from side to side. The less we use our neck in dynamic ways, of course, you should always listen to how that feels, but mobility usually brings on more mobility, I think. And now we're going to make a circle. So you're going to look up and then use your eyes, look around the room all the way up, and then go the opposite direction. Try not to hold your breath. Try to release your jaw. And we're just going to do this one more each way. Around. And then other way. And then come back to the center, okay? From here, feet about hip distant, and just some nice, easy squats to warm up the legs a bit. Inhale as you come down, and I've got my weights kind of just on the outsides of my legs, and then exhale, come right back up. And maybe for some of you, this is your really like a little warm up. You haven't gotten a chance to move much today, and that's actually me. I've just been scurrying around the house, trying to get my kids to do their virtual school. And now I've got to warm up the legs, the deep breaths, the sense of me feeling nice and tall each time I come up, feeling connected to the ground through the feet. Alignment here, trying to keep my knees over my feet, trying not to let my knees come forward, but the hips go back. So take your time here or pick up the pace. It's really up to you. I'm going to do about 8 more here until these legs just start to feel nice and warm. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then come on up, and we'll take about a half squat. And I'm just going to rest my weights right here on my thighs and shift my weight right and left. Not a huge movement, just be over the right and then over the left. Just check in real quick with your low back. Make sure you're not tucky, nice and neutral. You should almost feel your weight a little bit more in the heel than the rest of the foot. And you should feel when you go into that leg, when you lean over, the muscles up the back of the leg firing. Last 3 here. 3, shoulders are pretty relaxed. And 2, 2, and 1. and 1. Come back center first. Relax your shoulders. Move the spine. Round, arch, round, arch. 1 more each way. Deep breath. Arch. And we come all the way up to stand. From here, just about hip distance feet. I'm going to keep my 5s. One arm is going to come up for just an easy little curl, and then other side. And we're going to add some legs here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. We're not rushing yet, probably ever in this class today. Take your time, shift your weight, stand tall, arm up, knee up, but feel the connection to the ground. Feel the crown of the head lift up. It's a great little core warm up right here because you're breathing and you're staying lengthened and aligned. Try not to hold your breath. If you are a breath holder, notice that. Notice that and just try and remind yourself to take that really deep breath. Breath holding, I am sort of sensitive to it because I care a lot about pelvic floor health. The pelvic floor is the bottom of the core. And when you're holding your breath, any small tears you have in your pelvic floor, basically you're kind of pushing into those tears and they could become worse. So breathing helps to create more fluidity and mobility everywhere. We're just going to do 2 more sets of these. Always notice if one side feels different from the other. And then last set here, other side. And then come back and stand nice and tall. Soften your knees just a little bit. Arms, just back a little. Now we're sort of turning our attention to the shoulders and the spine extensors. If you're somebody who naturally comes into like kind of a rounded place, you don't have to feel like you're arching your back. Just find what feels neutral. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now just hold here for a second. My palms were just facing me. I am now going to face my palms down. Same exercise. Feels different. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Same exercise. Palms face back. Plug your shoulders in. And 6 more here. 6, 5, 4, belly button is in. 3, release the neck a little bit. 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Roll your shoulders. Those are warming up just a bit. Go the other way 2 times. Nice deep breaths. Good. I'm going to bring heels together, toes apart, and bring the elbows in. Tap your weights, and then open. Let's warm up the rotators a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Super deep breaths here. 6 more here. Open the chest. 5. Make sure it feels like your head is sitting on top. Okay, try not to jut your chin forward, but to almost pull your head back a little bit and grow up into that nice long feeling through the spine. Last 2. Last 1. And then come all the way down. Roll the shoulders in one direction and then go right through to the other direction. Awesome. From here, step the right foot back. Okay, I've got my toes directed forward. Lift the upper body so it feels like your spine is nice and tall and upright. And then lift the back heel up and just hold here for a minute. Shoulders are down. Can you shift your weight into your front leg so much that your back toes are barely weighted into the ground? You should very, very easily be able to lift and lower the back leg. Super, super light toes. And then shift your weight back and roll through to the heel. We're going to do that 3 more times. Belly is in, right? We're starting tall. Shift forward into the front leg. Get so light into the back leg that the toes easily can come up and down. You should feel your left leg stabilizing, belly is in. We're going back through to the heel. 2 more here, you're breathing. Shift and lift. Get light. Roll through to the heel. Be tall, last one. Shift and lift. Nice and light in the back heel. Roll through to the heel. Stand tall, and we're switching legs. Step the left leg back. My feet are hip distant, just about. Front knee is soft. Stand nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath. The heel is kind of reaching down. That's a bit of a stretch. Shift forward until all of a sudden you're so light in the back leg. Try not to lose your neutral spine here. I kind of am just doing like 3 little taps and then rolling back through to the heel. And we'll try it again 3 more times. Roll through, lift, 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 roll through again to the heel. We're breathing. 2 more. 2, lift. Try not to let the left hip sink when you transfer your weight into the right leg. Roll through, and again, forward, and 1, 2, 3, and then roll all the way forward, stand tall, and stand up. From here, we're going to do 1 set of a deadlift exercise. Soften your knees just a little bit. You're not shifting your weight, you're just hinging forward through the hips, right? So super neutral spine, come right back up. I do like to shift my weight into the front of the foot a little bit here because it helps me to feel the muscles up the backs of the legs. Shift forward, come on up. So this first set here, I'm holding 5s. I will likely do 3 sets, and I think I'm gonna probably go up in weight each time just to see how that feels. When you come up, you should feel as tall as you can, fully extended through the hips. Let's do 6 more. And come up. And 5. I like soft knees just a bit. And 4. And 3. Make sure you're pushing down equally through the legs to come up. 2. And then 1 more time. And stand nice and tall. From here, step that right leg back. Bring your weight into the front foot. Back leg comes up. If you can hold it there, great. If not, just put your toes down, but remember that light feeling and try to aim for that. Arms up. 2, 3, 4, 5, long neck. 6, we're breathing, right? 7, 8, come all the way up. Side 2. Step back. Feel your weight into your right leg. Shift forward. Remember that light feeling. You've either got your toes down or you're up. Arms. 2, arms are straight. 3, weights are always optional. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we stand and come up. I'm going to do another set of deadlifts, but I'm going to up my weights. These are 5s. I'm just going to grab my 8s for this second set. Okay? So here we are, set 2. My feet are about hip distant. I'm ever so slightly shifting into the toes and softening my knees. And come up. We're going to do 15. Okay, so deadlifting, hinging from your hips is a super, super functional movement. Something I often see in class is that people don't know how to hinge. They just kind of collapse into the spine. They round. You know, sometimes I think it's to protect things that aren't feeling good. But if this doesn't feel good and it doesn't feel functional and you're feeling pain, I would rather you figure out the right way to hinge rather than rounding through the spine, because loading up weight with a flexed spine can be dangerous for some. Let's do 6 more, because I'm certainly not counting. And come up. 6 more from here. 6. And 5. And 4. 4. You should feel the backs of the legs here on the way up. 3. You should feel like you're using your feet equally, your legs equally. 2. And 1. Awesome. I'm going to keep these 8s, but I'm going to put 1 down right in front. Remember this exciting exercise? I want you to hold your opposite weight, however heavy it is, like that, so it's long. Measure one of your own feet and stand about 1 foot's distance away. Where you've been building up to this, you're stepping your right leg back. This is that super light leg feeling. Get there first. Lift the back leg. I kind of like the left arm to be out to the side. In one straight line, aim to tap your weight to the other weight and come up. Now, guess what? If you're not getting to that weight today, that's fine. You're certainly not cheating. You're listening to your body. I just want you to go as far as you can today. Try not to lean and then lift the leg. Move in one smooth piece. We're breathing, right? The neck is long. Let's do 5 more. 5. And 4. And if you're wobbly, that's okay. Please don't judge yourself for being wobbly. If you're really wobbly, grab a chair or come closer to the wall. It's okay. You're still doing good work. Last 2. 2. And then last one, please inhale and exhale. I always find that exercise very exciting. How about you? Let's go over to the other side. I've switched my weight to the other hand. Remember how light the back leg was. That's what you find. P.S. The same leg that's light, that's the hand that I have my weight. I just want to be clear about that. Opposite arm out to the side at the same time. Tap and come up. Tap and come up. Breathing. Your range of motion is what's right for you today. I have some clients who put their weight that's on the floor on something like a yoga block or a little booster step or whatever, okay? Because sometimes going that full distance isn't right, and that's okay, then we can just change that. Let's do 5 more. And 4. Can you stand tall at the top each time? 3. Last 2. And 1 more. And come all the way up. Yeah. Great. I'm going to grab my weights. I'm going to hold on to this weight. I'm not going to tense. We're doing our 3rd set of deadlifts here. If you want to up your weight, go ahead and do it. I'm going to stay with 8s right now. So now we're putting both the legs together again. Soften the knees. Hinge. 2. Exhale on the way up. Feel the strength of power from the feet through to the calves. Nice through the core. You're breathing deeply. You should feel those muscles working for you. Last 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one here. And come all the way up. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to put these heavy weights down, and I'm going to grab my light weights. I personally have 2s. I think 2s or 3s or 4s probably is good for most people. I like to go heavier for this because I would rather focus on mobility. Heels together, toes apart. Shoulders are down. Circles with the arms. Up and come around. Let's add an inhale. Okay, so we just woke up the muscles in the legs separately and then together. Use them here. I have my heels together and my toes apart. Parallel is better for you. Do parallel. I kind of like the connection between the heels, squeezing the heels a little bit so you can feel the inner thighs. We're just doing 1 more in this direction. And then we're going to switch. Go the other way, back out to the sides. And down. and up. Okay, so anyone that has any mobility issues in your shoulder, doing this without weights is wonderful, or really light weights. I'm holding on with my thumbs and my fingers are long, and I think that is nice for working the wrist. Let's just do one more. And around and come down. Good. From here, come back to your hip distant feet and soften your knees and just like a little mini squat. Arms, soften the elbows, come out. Try and find your neutral spine. These are your wings you're warming up. You should feel the muscles below the shoulder blades as much as you feel them on top. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And one more time. And then come all the way up to stand. From here, we're coming back to that step back. Okay, but we're not going to shift our weight forward for this one. Be tall, lift your back heel, and soften the back knee. See if you can find the feeling of having your spine and your back leg fairly in alignment with one another, okay? Back heel stays lifted. Arms are going to come out to the sides, and we're going to twist. And then come center. Other side. And center. And again. And come center. And other side. And come center. And come down. Hold here. See if you can keep this position here. Shoulders are down. Down a little, up a little. See if you can get your weight right in the center of both your feet. 6 more. And 5, relax your shoulders. 4, 3, chest is open. 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Lower that back heel. Soften your front knee. A bit of a stretch here. Come forward. You may not come to the ground like I am, but this feels like a deep calf stretch for my right leg. And you can just hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Draw the belly in and rebuild. Come back up. Let's switch our legs. For me, it's my left leg that's back. As long as it's your opposite one, we're doing good. Upper body is nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath. Lift the back heel. And then come into this position where it feels like your spine and this leg that's bent is in line with your spine. Arms come out to the sides. We've got our twist again. Shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. And exhale. Come back to the center. And then bring your arms down. Breathe. Down a little. Up a little. Feel your weight in both feet. Upper body is nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Last 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Lower the heel. Soften your front knee. And carefully come forward as far as you need to go until you start to feel a calf stretch in the back leg. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Draw your belly in. Exhale, rebuild to the top and step forward. Okay, good. From here, I want you to step your right leg back one more time. This sort of static lunge position, come back to this for just a second. I think I need to get some lighter pants. Sometimes it's hard to see, right? Okay, ready? A lot of people, when they step back into this position, they kind of do that a little bit. So just come here and make sure it feels like your hips are nice and even. And we're just gonna move the arms here. Bend, reach, bend, down. We're just gonna do 3 more sets. Bend, up, bend, 2 more. Bend, reach, bend. Last one, we're breathing. Bend, reach, bend. We can straighten the legs and we'll switch. Last time for this little movement here. So again, when you come into this static lunge, I often see some of that. So just feel like this is nice and even. We'll try that again. Bend, reach, bend. Feels like my head is on top of my spine. Bend, 2 more sets here. Inhale, exhale deeply. Down, last one here. Bend, reach, bend, down, and we can step forward. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna bring my weights with me to the ground. I've got all my sizes, my 5s, my 8s, and my 2s. I'm gonna use those down there. So join me. Join me. Okay, down on our backs. So come all the way down. And I'm gonna keep my weights right next to where I'm laying so I don't have to struggle to grab them. And come all the way down. Okay, so first we're just gonna warm up the muscles of the back of the body, even though they're definitely warm by now. But let's find our hip distant feet, toes directed forward. No weights just yet. Arms will come straight up. Neck is nice and long. Relax your shoulders for a minute. And I just want you to think about your spine underneath you being nice and long and neutral. We don't have to tuck here. I want you to feel if you're tight in your flexors, you might naturally tuck. So see if you can just release this for a minute and take a nice deep breath. Push through your feet and start to lift your hips and send your arms down. Push down through the pinky side of the finger. Lengthen the neck, relax your jaw. We're gonna do this 8 more times. Inhale, exhale. So this is a straight spine. We are not articulating at the moment. We're remaining long and neutral. For me, it took kind of a long time to figure out how to not articulate. And it sort of always just felt like I had an arch in my low back, but your back is just nice and neutral. Last 5. And 4. I like exhale to come up. And 3. You're using your feet equally, right? Last 2. And 1 more time. Leave your arms down and put your hips down. Legs are gonna come up. Knees side to side. Let this be a quick little opportunity to warm up your obliques, but also massage your hips. If you want to bring your arms out wide, that's fine too. Breathe and breathe. 1 more each way. Neck is nice and long. And other side, little massage. And then come back to the center. And then find neutral again. And I'm going to grab my 5s here. So just roll to your side. And I'm going to rest my 5s right on my hips. Feet are hip distance. Neutral again. Long neck, inhale. Exhale. Up, down, up. So I'm kind of leaning into my heels here. We're just doing 8 more. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hips down. Bring your feet in. I want you to lean down with the ball of the foot a little bit and lift your heels ever so slightly and try this again. 8, okay? So now the front of the foot is down. The heel is just slightly de-weighted. You don't even have to think about really lifting it. 6, relax your jaw. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath, put your heels down, inhale, exhale. Come up halfway with your hips. Relax your shoulders. Lift your toes, put them down. Lift your heels, put them down. Lift your toes, down, heels, 3 more sets. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Booty down, inhale, exhale. Okay, I'm gonna keep my weights for this next little bit. This is our stomach series. I'm going to keep the weights like this and put them down on the floor and then rest my hands right on top. So it's kind of like my weight is standing up, all right? Legs are gonna come up. You might have to adjust your weights, but usually this works out just fine. Arms are straight and lifted. Inhale, exhale, curl up and push down into the weights just a little bit. Inhale, back down. Take your time here. Exhale. Shoulders are down. Inhale. 4 more. And 3. Keep your neck long as you curl up. And 2. One more time. Come all the way down. You can leave your weights where they're at. Belly button is in. Stretch one leg out as you keep the other leg where it is. And switch. And switch. I'm still gently pressing down into these weights. Really focusing on the low abdominals and keeping the pelvis pretty still. Last 3. 3. Arms are straight. Shoulders are down, yeah? And 1, 1. Feet down. Inhale, exhale. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to these 5s and see how this goes. Tricep work. Let's do feet together. Please do not drop the weights on your face. You'll have lovely eyes. We like to hold on to them so we can see the world in 2021. I'm gonna bring my weights together, all right? And then I'm gonna bring my elbows over my shoulders, tap up just right behind my head, and then come right back up. Tap, extend. This can be a bit of an abdominal exercise. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'm still thinking about that long neck I mentioned at the beginning of class. Whiplash or anyone that has a neck thing, you kind of have to always give yourself that gentle reminder to just release those muscles that can get chronically tight. 5, 4, belly is in. 3, your spine should still be pretty neutral, by the way. 2, now let's go down halfway, hold, shoulders are in. Separate your weights so they are now just in line, wrists, elbows, shoulders. Same exercise. Tap, extend. Tap, extend. Belly is in. 3, 4. Yeah, try not to think that this is not a core exercise. It is, just because you're stabilizing. Nice and stable. Deep exhale, last 3, 2, last 1. Hold up here. Option to bring the legs up and do our last set with our legs up. Belly is in. Same exercise, we're breathing. Inhale. Belly is in, right? Neck is long. Last 6. Up. 5. Up. 4. Up. 3. 2. 1. Bring your weights together one more time. Go halfway down, little pulse. 8. 7. Belly button is in. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bend your elbows, legs down, arms down. Take an inhale, exhale. Feet together, knees together, arms up. Soft elbows. Open east-west, exhale, come up. Open east-west, exhale, come up. Inhale. 6 more. Abdominal work. Neck lengthening. Neutral spining. Last 4. And up. And 3. And up. And 2. And up. Last 1. And up. Bend. And bring the weights down. Let's come back one more time to that place, you guys, where our hands are on top of the weights, like this, yeah? Nice, long, straight arms. Legs are gonna come up, neck is long, belly button is in. Let's do feet together, knees slightly apart. Lengthen out, draw your belly in deeply. Draw the knees back in, use the abs for that too. Reach, come in. Reach, so you can always change the dynamics of an exercise by finding a new angle. Going higher is a little kinder, going lower is a little bit more intense. Shoes, add weight. Okay, every day is a new day. Find an angle that you can flow into. Last 3. 3 and 2. My arms are straight. 1 more. And then bring those legs down. Let's just let the weights sit down next to us for a minute. Bring the right leg in. Let's give it a stretch. Hug. If there's any tension in the knee, just hold on behind your thigh. Hip stretch here. Relax your neck. Inhale, exhale. Hold on behind your thigh. Extend the leg up. Point, flex, point, flex, a circle in one direction, and then in the other. Gently lift your head and climb up a little higher if you can, and then slowly lay back down without moving your hands. Breathe. 1 more. And let's switch to the other leg. Hug the opposite leg. Nice little bit of a stretch for the flexor and the hip joint. Try and relax your neck. And then hold behind your thigh. Extend the leg up. Point, flex, point, flex, point. Circle in one direction. Go the other direction. Gently lift your head. Climb up higher. Slowly go back down. Ooh, breathe. 1 more. And then bring the leg all the way down. Grab your weights. Go back to that, the weights are standing up, the palms are on top situation. Belly button is in, arms are straight. Legs come up. If your legs are tight, you are not straightening them, okay? So that's okay too. Straight legs. One stays up, other one scissors down. Switch, switch, breathe. Switch, switch. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Legs up, heels together. Make a diamond if that's a better shape for you. Otherwise, straight legs. Lower, exhale, lift. If you want lift, you can curl up here. I'm kind of holding on to my weights and using them to be able to curl up a little bit better. Last 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, and all the way down. Okay, let's really let the weights lay down. Come back with wide arms out to the sides. And let's do this little side to side. This time maybe a little bit more dynamic. And this is kind of just for a nice, easy release. And let's go 1 more each way. And other side. Okay, good. We're coming back to center and we're gonna flip over onto our bellies. I wanna bring the smallest weights you have with you for this one. I have 2s, and I think that will be very appropriate for me. And I want you to come onto your belly, lie on your belly, grab your weights, and then bring them by your sides. Okay, so just get yourself situated so it feels like you're just nice and long through your spine. And hold onto your weights in a similar way that we just were, so they're standing. And I want you to reach back through your knuckles and feel a little bit like you want to press the opposite side of the weight to the ceiling as you lift your head and your chest, and then go back down and release and just take a breath. So as you lift, the weight isn't changing. You're just essentially lifting it up and reaching the knuckles away from you. Reach, look forward if you can, and then come down. We're going to do 3 more. 3, and come down. 2, and come down. And 1, and come all the way down. From here, bring your weights around. Now, for this next part, I think you'll know this absolutely immediately. Some people don't need the weight at all, okay? Think about your mobility. Does this make sense for me, all right? We're keeping our goalpost shape. Lift your head and your chest, look down. Arms are coming up and down. Up, yeah. I used to have like a shoulder situation. A few years ago, my left arm would never have been able to lift this weight. So if that's where you are, just keep the weight down and focus on the mobility of the movement. Last 4, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, put those weights down, put your head down on your hands. Inhale, exhale. And 1 more, inhale, exhale. Okay, we're gonna make our way to our hands and our knees briefly. If you do have heavier weights near you, and if you do have wrist, like if they feel fragile or painful when you do hands and knees work, grab them right now and use them. This is a great little tool that my folks with wrists that sometimes get angry can use to alleviate that feeling. Hands underneath your shoulders. Once you get there, knees under your hips. And let's round. And arch. And just for a quick second, just be thankful for your spine. Mine is bumpy with me sometimes. And when I'm feeling good and when my spine is functioning nicely, I just have to take a minute to be thankful for that, because when it feels bad, it feels bad. And when it feels good, life is easy. So just send some good energy there. Come back central. Draw the abdominals in and bring your knees together and extend the right leg out behind you. Belly button is in. Right leg is going to come up and down. Up and down. Up and down, up and down. Now lift and hold. Belly button is in. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Left arm, release your weight, stretch out to the side. I do not have my weight in my hand. Bring it back and bring the leg down. Side 2, lift, extend the left leg out. Lift, belly is in. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're holding this next one, and the right arm is going to come out to the side. I'm lifting away from the floor, drawing the abdominals in, and coming all the way back down. Take a nice deep breath. Sit back for just a moment to take the weight off the wrists, and come forward again. Extend the right leg one more time. Extend the left arm. My fingers and my toes are down. Lift, down. Reach, belly is in. 3, 4, last one here. Hold, lift away from the floor. Literally for a second, feel like gravity is pulling you away from the weight. 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. Extend the left, fingertips of the right hand are down, left. I want you to feel long from the crown of the head to the toes here, you guys. Last 3, 3, 2, hold here, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come all the way down, okay? Last but not least, a little bit of effort. We're gonna try a plank here. I'm not gonna use my weights because I prefer to keep my hands on the ground, but you do what you like. You can do your plank from your knees, or you can curl your toes under and come up into a plank position. Let's take a breath and exhale. When you come up into your plank, you should feel the tush, the belly, the shoulders. Your head is lifted and long. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gently come down. Inhale, exhale. We gotta do it again. We're almost there, you guys. So close. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Take a breath. Long neck. I believe in it. Make a change if you need to. That's okay. And we're breathing. 8, 7. Can you get longer from your heels to the crown of your head? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gentle. Oh my gosh, things happen in 3s. Last one. Inhale, exhale. We've got a beautiful stretch next. Let's get there. Take a nice deep breath. Last one. And we hold, belly is in. You should feel your tush. Breathe. Breathe. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way down. Sit back, take an inhale, exhale. Okay, let's do one stretch before you can have the day to yourself. It's our favorite stretch, you guys. At least it's mine. Come onto your back one more time. We're going to do our twist stretch. If there's another one that you like better, feel free to do that. I'm going to bring my knees to one side and my arms out wide. My eyes will be looking in the opposite direction of my knees. If you want to deepen this stretch, straighten your bottom leg. And then it will become a deeper spine twist. Give me 3 more exhales. And with your exhale, release something that feels tense. And then when you're ready, you can bring your knees over to the other side. And eyes over to the other side. Good to notice if one side feels different from the other side. Two more exhales to release something that wants to tighten up. All right, friends, let's roll ourselves up and come back up to life. Back to life. Please be good to yourselves, you guys. You can stay in those stretches as long as you like. May the force be with you. Think happy thoughts, drink water. Reach out if you need anything, okay? Have a good day.